What's good, y'all? First and foremost, if you hear my laundry machines in the background, please ignore that. It is laundry day. Secondly, there are new Mermail cards. Now, I've only seen pictures of them. I haven't yet read their effects or their translated names yet. So I figured we could get into that today. Now, for me personally, this is really exciting because I have been a Mermail fan since day one when they leaked for the OCG, and we played them on Dueling Network and with proxies in real life, and just I love that deck. It's one of my two favorites of all time, up there with Agents. So figured we could read these together and then maybe talk about them. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so this one is Mermail Shadow Bodyguards. It's a water sea serpent effect, level 3, attack 0, and 19 defense, and it's always treated as an Atlantean card. So now they're mixing the two officially. Merlantian is officially a thing. The archetypes have come together. Okay, that's fucking cool. You can only use the first second effect of this card's name once per turn, so just because it says that, it is a hard once per turn for those who are not in the know about how that works. The first one is you can discard one card to the graveyard as cost. The levels of all water monsters you control currently become 7 until the end of this turn. Okay, so that sets up rank 7s. The second one is if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect typical of an Atlantean, special summon one level 4 or lower Atlantean or Mermail monster from your deck except for itself. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for the rest of this turn except water monsters. Okay, so water lock is completely necessary, so that's a really good card. As far as I know, that brings out Pike, Turge, Mander, which you can use to manipulate levels and go into like some, I don't know, maybe there's a rank 8 or 9 out there that's water and it's pretty good. Or you can like float out Dragoons, or maybe there's another monster that's treated as an Atlantean card and you can summon that out instead. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Oh, and it's also 0 attack, so if you need to, you can bring it out with Coral Anemone. That's neat. This next one is Abyssrine, the Atlantean Spirit, Water Aqua effect, level 3, 16/16, always treated as a Mermail. Okay, so they're doing it to both things. Merlantian is officially a thing. That's so cool. It's always treated as a Mermail card. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Okay, so hard once per turn again. The first is you contribute this card from your hand and one Atlantean or Mermail monster from your hand or field. Okay, that's interesting. Take one level 7 Fish Sea Serpent or Aqua monster from your deck, either add it to your hand or special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except waters for the rest of the turn. That's cool. We finally get a card that searches Abystius. That's fucking awesome. Second effect is during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, discard one card to the graveyard, draw a card. So what that's doing is it's setting up all your Atlanteans or Atlanteans by another name. For example, heavy infantry. You banish it, discard infantry, draw a card. You're going +1 off of that. That's really good. You get the destruction effect and a draw. I love that. That's really good. Okay, and then we have a new rank 7, which I guess Bodyguards is gonna set up. Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean dragon deity. Water Sea Serpent, Exceeds effect. Rank 7, it's a 30/18. 3 level 7 monsters. Oof. Once per turn, you can. Well, the 3 wouldn't be that bad with Bodyguards, I suppose. Once per turn, you can also Exceed summon Poseidra Abyss using one Atlantean or Mermail Exceeds monster you control. Okay, so that tells me you can put this over Gaios, and then there's Abyss-Trite, but Abyss-Trite, at least as far as I've read, might be kind of bad. Transfer its materials to this card once per turn. You can detach 2 materials from this card. Okay. So you can't like Bahamut Shark Trite and then do this. Unless you have like another something to... Who knows? Once per turn, you can attach 2 materials from this card. Send 1 water monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. That is absurd that it sends from deck. As cost, by the way. Return up to 3 cards your opponent controls to the hand. Okay. The second effect, if this Exceeds summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can discard 1 card of the graveyard as cost. Special summon 3 Level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monsters from your hand or graveyard. This card is bonkers. Alright, so it's all coming together. It's looking like it's getting a little bit more of a newish play style. Okay. Then we have Neptibus the Royal Mermail. Water, sea serpent, link effect. Link 3, 24. Okay. The arrows point to all three on the bottom. Bottom left, bottom right. 2+ monsters, including a fish, sea serpent, or aqua. Okay. So you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So those are hard once per turns. Your opponent cannot target water monsters. This card points to card effects. Okay. If a water monsters is sent to the graveyard to activate this card effect, you can take one Abyss equip spell from your deck or graveyard and either add it to your hand or equip it to this card. Okay. And I can see down here there's a new equip spell. But the previous 3, not so sure of. If this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can add one Atlantean Mermail monster from deck to your hand. Okay, so it's kind of like a buff to the one we already have, the Link 2 Mermail card. Her name escapes me. Abyssalacia, something like that. And then we have Abyss Sting of Triana, whatever. Triana, it looks like. Equip spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn, so the third effect is a hard once. Special summon one Atlantean or Mermail monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, equip it with this card. Okay, so this dude, the Neptibus, grabs a reborn essentially. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle card effect, you send this to the graveyard instead. That's neat. Protection. That means if you open this and equip it to like a Megalo or something, like it can't be ogred as what happened back in the day when I was still on this deck. You can send this card to the graveyard. And the third one, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target up to 3 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monsters in your graveyard, or banishment, or your banishment broken. Shuffle them into the deck. So that replaces Pot of Avarice, and it's searchable. So this is, whoa, once per turn. I saw this in the comments, and then I had to scroll up to check for myself, but it says Atlantean or Mermail Xyz monster. Now, is this foreshadowing an Atlantean Xyz monster, or does it just mean, an Atlantean creature? Because that would be absurd. I doubt it, but this is cool. I'm a really big fan of all of these. This is great, and I think that maybe if I can get on Dueling Book or some simulator or whatever, I can go on there and I can mess with this, and then I can post my results. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.